Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me for another tarot reading. So this reading is for those individuals who resonate with the element of air. I'm doing these readings, I'll most probably do them maybe once a month or bi-weekly. I'll see how I am led to do them. And I'm doing them with element because with astrology, sun sign is a very general energy. There's a lot of people who don't resonate with their sun sign, and then they bring in the Venus, the Mars, the ascendant, your rising, whatever. But in your heart of heart, you will know which element you belong to. Okay, whether it's fire, air, earth, water. So you'll be drawn to a element. So air is generally speaking, because this is a general reading, and if this reading don't fit, don't try and make it fit. Okay. But air is people who are very intellectual. They need to be stimulated mentally. They love puzzles. They love debating. They like to learn. Sometimes they're professional students. They just do the one course after the other. They like to have an intellectual understanding. Conversation is important. If generally with air signs, if they connect with people, if they can't have an intelligent conversation with someone, then they lose interest very fast. Okay, so these are people who need to be stimulated mentally, otherwise they lose interest. Okay, they like facts, figures, they like to pay attention to small details. They could be tinkering with itty-bitty things like watches, or, it could be IT, it could be communication of any sort. Okay, even a cartoonist is someone who is into communication. Okay, so put that where it fits. This is a Celtic cross for people who resonate with air. And I'm using my Golden Universal Tarot, and for inspiration we'll be doing A Secret Language of Animals by Chip Richards. Now this deck is a little bit hard to shuffle, but I'll try and give it a shuffle. So if you're a first time viewer, please click like. If you like my style of reading, please subscribe, please share my videos. I'd like to get my views up, I'd like to get my numbers up, and give me feedback on this reading. I'd like to just hear what you think about it. If it is the type of reading that you feel would be worth seeing, listening to, if there's anything that resonates. And time frames for these readings are timeless. I'll publish them, but I feel like they'll either be relevant or not. And tarot isn't like a TV episode where you'll start a reading, it will stop at a certain time. Tarot energy has a certain amount of inertia. It carries on in the timelessness of the universe. So it's about allowing this energy to play out in your life. Okay. So for the element of air, we have the black cockatoo. So we have air coming out for you as well. And it's number 45. It says, Herald confidence, companionship, and communication. Now, first of all, cockatoos are very, very intelligent birds. And they mate for life. And they're very good at communication. And once again, partnerships, companionships, relationships. So we have the tower. Fear not the energy of the tower. This is bringing in change. Okay, whether it could be slightly chaotic, fearful, but this could just be an epiphany beautiful ideas, beautiful creative epiphanies coming through. And there's nothing, air signs love beautiful ideas. They love beautiful minds. There's like the snap, crackle, and pop there of a mind that is really overactive. So we do have astrologically Mars going, it's transiting Libra at the moment. And I kind of get this energy because it's sitting right on my natal Uranus at 15 degrees Libra. So there is mental activity. The mind is being stimulated. The brain function, the nervous system is being stimulated. And I feel like maybe for some of the air element people that you might be struggling to your mind might be very noisy, struggle to switch off at night to be able to sleep, feeling restlessness. But there is also big changes that you have to deal with, or changes that had transpired that you now sort of like. I feel like you're in the change, or the change has already happened, and you're now dealing with the carnage or the after effects of these changes. So we have the Nine of Pentacles. So I feel like for some of you, there was an end of a relationship, and that you are now single and you're working on your creating your own stability, your own independence, your financial security. Are you rocking your own show? Because the Nine of Pentacles is someone, she's like the Empress in the Minor card. She has everything she needs and she's worked hard for it. So I feel like there's a period of rebuilding and reestablishing yourself after a period of change. We have the Two of Cups. So I feel like there could be a focus on relationships for you at the moment. Failed relationships, but also a realization of where you want to invest yourself. In what relationships would you like to invest yourself in, especially since you come out of a period of change. And that Black Cockatoo is talking about communication and companionship. So we have the Two of Cups here. There's no I feel like this is healing relationships, because we do have that Leo, that's sort of like this Leo medical kind of sign here in the middle. And I feel like these two, maybe you even still talking it out after the breakup of a relationship, but you have established a harmonious sort of environment to be able to talk things through, maybe even going for relationship counseling or something like that. But I do feel like the people who you resonate with on a heart level are being drawn closer to you at this time. We have the Three of Pentacles. So I do feel there are people coming in who would like to collaborate with you. You don't have to start fresh all by yourself, especially if you've been going through big changes. I feel like the changes are ushering in opportunities to build a new life for yourself, to collaborate with other people who are more speaking your language, that there are relationships and people in your life with whom you feel you can build a future with them. So this could be personal relationships, but this could also be on a professional level, feeling that you can, where you are at in your career is quite good, and it's giving you the financial stability that you need to support yourself, to create stability in your life after a period of changes. So we have the Queen of Cups. I feel like you're particularly focused on your emotional well-being. You're learning to trust your own intuition. There are people around you that are quite willing to confide in you at this point in time. It's about you speaking about your feelings, opening up on a heart level to people. But it could also be like there is a mature feminine around you who is easy to speak to. She's a really good listener. She's intuitive. She's energetically sensitive. But I also feel like you might have the desire to spend more time close to the water, whether this is going on a beach or going for swims in your community pool, but I feel like you're drawn to water at this point in time because it's soothing. So we do have an offer coming in. This is the Page of Pentacles, and there is a offer of some kind coming in. But I also feel like if it's not an offer in the way of business, that this is you having an overview at your life. You're starting to see the potential of the new beginnings in your life, and you have options as to where you want to invest yourself energetically because you're looking long term. You've already started to create your own independence and your own insecurity, but you want to make sure that this continues. So I feel like in the near future, you want to make sure that wherever you invest yourself in is going to feel secure, even though it's a small beginning. There's a small opportunity for you, but it's almost like you're starting on a clean slate, but you're looking long term. You are pursuing your emotional happiness. So I do feel like there could be potentially changes that's happened in relationships for you because those relationships didn't serve you, and now you are looking to have people in your life with whom you feel emotionally secure and safe. There's a lot of cups here. We have the Queen of Cups, we have the Two of Cups, we have the Ten of Cups. So I feel like there is a fast progression in creating emotional stability, because we also have coins here, and maybe you feel like in the past emotionally you could have been very, having to deal with emotionally volatile situations, and actually all you really want is a nice stable environment where you can just be happy. And I feel like there is uh, a sudden breakthrough. There's a sudden breakthrough, especially with this tower, because the tower is about saying goodbye to things that don't serve you, but it's also about giving you breakthroughs and opportunities to start new and start fresh and invest yourself in people and situations and build a life that is long term secure and stable. And that is what you're focusing on, and that is what is coming in for you. We have also the Ace of Swords, which is a new beginning, and this is a new beginning in truth. I feel like this is a new beginning in partnerships. This could also be you starting a new job, or getting promoted to introducing a new element. In other words, expanding your skills at work, because we do have quite a bit of coins here in, how you invest your energy and where you invest your energy. But I feel like all of this is based on truth. You want it to be clear. You have really good judgment skills, really good communication skills, because this is your element. You're mentally very sharp, very acute. Remember that we are going into Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. Mercury is already in shadow in Scorpio. And Mercury is going to spend an extended amount of time in Scorpio. Not the favorite place for little Mercury to hang out. But at this point in time, really good communication skills. You want the truth. You might even have cut people out of your life that creates instability and chaos in your life, and you said, no more. I need to start fresh. I need to take care of myself. I need to create my own stability, my own security, rock my own show. And maybe when you made these decisions to become more independent, it might have shocked other people around you. Maybe parents, decisions that you could have potentially feel like you made it suddenly, but if you think about it, that it was brewing under the surface for quite some time. Okay, but I do feel like this is a brand new beginning in truth. You want to cut out things. If it's not the truth, you're not interested. So we have the Wheel of Fortune here. And so that's literally that's your destiny. This is destiny stepping in on your life path. This is Jupiter. Jupiter is going to change signs at the end of November. It's going to go into Capricorn, and I feel like Jupiter in Capricorn is going to amplify Capricornian energy. So that is creating stability, long-term goals. Even though it is going to sit right next to Saturn, it's going to transit the South Node, it's going to transit Pluto conjunction, all of that shit in Capricorn. But at the same time, I feel like Jupiter is the god that brings blessings, expansion, um, freedom, philosophy, expanding your world. That's what I'm seeing. So it's bringing in opportunities for you to be able to invest long term. So we do have the Five of Cups for the end of this reading. So I'm going to draw another card, because Five of Cups to me is about emotional loss, disappointments, depression, struggling to keep a positive mental attitude. But I feel like through it all, like maybe you still need to take a time out to digest this huge change. Like mentally, you are okay with what had happened, and with being a cerebral person who is a lot in your mind, and you want to see the facts and you want to be able to let things make sense for you. Sometimes our emotions do not make sense for us, and we have to allow our emotions to be felt. So I feel like there is a time coming up, maybe towards the end of the year, where you're going to have to allow yourself to just feel a little bit of the sadness from the losses that you had suffered, the drastic changes, and maybe the trauma that you had to go through, to be able to bring in this beautiful, brand new, fresh start in truth for yourself. But it is just to stop a moment and reflect and allow your emotions, allow water to flow under the bridge. Emotions need to be felt, and that is how we give them recognition, and that is how we release pent up emotions. Okay, but I feel like it will be short lived. I don't feel like you're going to stay in this energy for long. It is almost like a pause, because Jupiter, the destiny, is supporting you to make positive changes and move in a positive, expansive direction for you. Now, this reading, I feel time wise, I'll do these readings, as I say, once a month or bi-weekly, but I feel like this specific reading has a lot to do with the transit of Jupiter. So the energy of Jupiter and the changes that it brings in for you, I feel will carry through towards the end of the year, when it is starting to make those conjunctions with the South Node, specifically. And we also have eclipse season coming in through Christmas. So I feel like Jupiter, when it changes signs, because we do have here Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio, and what's the other, Leo. So I feel like could be a year, because the cycle for Jupiter is a year. 12 years. So you put this reading where it fits. Timing, 12 years. Where were you 12 months ago? From now, 12 months ago, where were you last year, October? Okay, because Jupiter stays in a sign for 1 year, roundabouts. But the Jupiter takes 12 years to complete a full cycle. So this is to do with the cycles of your life. And it's about remembering maybe what had transpired in the last year, or what had transpired in the last 12 years. But it's coming to conclusion. This is bringing in a brand new, fresh start for you. Now let's have a look at the black cockatoo. It's beautiful. I love the cockatoos. They can, you go on YouTube and you see what they can get up to. They're absolutely impressive little beings. Okay, very intelligent. It says, just as cockatoos call come to announce the coming of rain, He screeches into your world now to herald the coming of downpour of positive support to grow the seeds of your dreams to fruition. Okay, so this is that positive change coming in. The energy of your circumstances shifting. Go with it. Trust the greatness that is rising in you. Move with absolute confidence as you step forward in faith. The path will rise to meet you. It's time for this positiveness to saturate your life. You've had to go through a lot of battles and chaos. Okay, Cockatoo's message remind us that while we each have our own path to walk, life is sweetest in partnership with others. And I see that this is coming through for you. That beautiful heart connection that they speak of, where you can speak your truth, especially with that Eight of Swords, and mentally connect with people that stimulate you and where you feel like you belong. Take time to tell them, or better yet, show them that you care amidst the journey of your own dreams. Discover the joys of devoting your attention to encourage and uplift the dreams of others. How best can I encourage your journey? What is the one thing I can do today to support the realization of their dream? But it's also about your dreams as well, okay? I don't see you sacrificing yourself here for anyone, but I do feel that sense of camaraderie where you can inspire people through the word that you speak, to bring in positive changes and bring in beautiful perspectives for them as well, because your life journey up until now, you have learned so much and you have a lot of information to share that can help people to move forward on their journey as well. So enjoy the companionship, enjoy the communication. Your confidence is returning in your relationships, and enjoy the freedom. So let me know what you thought of this reading. I'd love to hear from you. Have a beautiful day. Light and love.